Hello and welcome back to your own channel Indian Defense Analysis, where we bring to you all the latest development happening in the defense sector.
Recently, India and Russia has signed another deal for immediate offshore procurement of 70,000 AK-203 rifles. Also, all the terms and conditions related to the manufacturing of 7.62 into 39 mm AK-203 assault rifles in Amethi have been sorted out. Under this deal, 6 lakhs AK-203 rifles will be made in India for Indian Armed Forces under the joint venture named Indo-Russian Rifles Private Limited. Now, there's another news and it's related to AK-15 assault rifles. Kalashnikov Corp has shipped a batch of AK-15 assault rifles to India for special units of Indian Armed Forces. However, the number of units shipped is not confirmed. The obvious question that comes up is why AK-15 when we have ordered AK-203? Why didn't Army go in for AK-15 instead of AK-203, which is not even considered by Russian Army themselves? In today's discussion, we'll touch upon all such points and we'll try to understand in detail about the differences between AK-203 and AK-15 assault rifle. Before moving forward, just want to let our viewers know that a gun might be a small arm, but its each component has to be delicately designed, tested and mastered. In today's video, we will look into details of all these and it's going to be a very extensive one. The AK-15 features 7.62 into 39 mm caliber, better ergonomics, higher accuracy and sighting range of 800 meters for unrivaled performance at the shooting range and in the combat. If you compare AK-15 with AK-203, they might look pretty similar, but still there are quite a few noticeable differences between them which we will discuss in detail. To begin with, let's talk about their optics and sight system. The placement of iron sight in AK-15 is different from that of AK-203. The front iron sight is on the gas block and rear sight is on the top cover. The rear iron sight has also been changed to RPK type with aperture which has always been considered superior to AK iron sights. The aperture type rear sight in AK-15 is considered better than open notch rear sight present on AK-203 for medium to long ranges. The rear sight on the AK-15 can also be removed, unlike the rear sight present on AK-203. Overall, the iron sight of AK-15 is superior to AK-203. However, the AK-203 notch sight is better for quick target acquisition in shorter range. At the same time, a good optics will make up for the differences in the iron sight of AK-203 irrelevant. The need for good optics is something which cannot be compromised or overlooked. India needs indigenous local copy of sighting system and advanced combat optical gun sight ACOG scope considering the huge order of AK-203 in pipeline. Talking about barrels, the AK-15 barrel has been completely redesigned and looks heavier. It features new handguard with free float barrel, which simply means that handguard will not have any contact with the barrel. Instead, the handguard is attached to receiver and gas tube. This is better than AK-203 in which handguard is attached to the barrel. In free-floating handguard, any movement or load on handguard will not affect the harmonics of the barrel and does not interfere with the projectile of the bullet, thereby improving its accuracy. The AK-15 handguard is superior to the one in AK-203 both in design and stability of the handguard mounted rail. The accuracy of AK-15 has also increased significantly due to this. AK-15 has a fixed gas tube instead of a removable gas tube of AK-203. The fixed gas tube allows the use of free floated barrel and will definitely result in more stable handguard rail. In AK-203, it is the same removable gas tube as found in AK-103. Now, before discussing further, we'll try to understand muzzle brake, flash hider and compensator in an assault rifle and their importance. The muzzle brake is meant for reducing felt recoil An effective muzzle brake can reduce the felt recoil by effectively diverting the expanded gases backwards at an angle, which in turn generates a forward force which counters the backward force of recoil and thereby reduce the felt recoil. A flash hider disrupts the release of the gases into several small particles which burn independently and cools down faster, thereby reducing the visible flash from a rifle. A good flash hider will reduce your rifle signature as well as will not blind your view while firing the rifle, especially in night. A compensator by its design blocks the gases from escaping downward and divert them upward, thereby creating a force which acts on the muzzle downward. This force counters the upward force on the muzzle, thereby reducing the muzzle rise, enabling easier and faster second shot placement. Now talking about the muzzle device, the AK-15 has a muzzle brake or compensator which is quite similar to the one used in AK-74 with the addition of a crown shape at the fore end of the muzzle brake, which enhances its effectiveness. The muzzle brake in AK-15 would aid in reducing the felt recoil and controlling the muzzle flip. When it comes to AK-203, they have replaced the muzzle brake with a hybrid bird cage flash hider or compensator, which is quite like the Bulgarian slotted flash hider compensator AKs, which is said to be very effective in reducing flash. Also, if you see the video, there are multiple slots on the muzzle, which is known as bird cage flash hider, which proves useful in night combat scenarios where it is required to reduce the rifle signature and avoid any disturbance to shooter vision. Flash hiders allows you to shoot effectively with knots on. The slot at the lower side of the muzzle device is closed, which acts as a compensator by directing the gas upwards, thus generating a downward force on the rifle. The top cover of AK-15 is completely removable and is attached to the receiver with cross pins at the front and is spring loaded at the rear to ensure the stability. Whereas the AK-203, the top cover is hinged to the rear sight base and is locked with a latch or a lever at the rear, similar to the SPD. The hinged dust cover and locking mechanism of AK-203 is more convenient and simple to use than completely removable top cover of AK-15. This design of AK-203 dust cover eliminates the need to bring weapons to normal battle zero after repeatedly removing and installing it. It is opening and closing at least 20 times, and at the same time it does not interfere with the moving parts of the rifle. Talking about the bayonet and UGBL, that is under barrel grenade launcher, it can be mounted on both AK-15 and AK-203. It can mount Russian GL series UGBL as well as Ordnance Factory Board's 40mm UGBL after some modification. Both AK-15 and AK-203 are compatible with suppressor. The stock of AK-203 and AK-15 are strong enough for firing UGBL and for melee attack. The pistol grip of both AK-203 and AK-15 are more ergonomic, with provision to store oil bottle and other parts inside it required for the maintenance of the rifle. Both the guns have 30 round polymer magazines with transparent windows to view the remaining rounds. The polymer magazines are also lightweight and prevents magazines from getting hotter, which normally happens with metallic magazines. Besides these, AK-15 have newly designed receiver, 2-round burst mode, new gas block, trigger group. 2-round burst mode saves ammo compared to third burst and a higher rate of fire for full automatic. The AK-15 has undergone extensive trials with Kalashnikov, post which it has been acquired by Russian military. In my opinion, AK-15 is having better accuracy and lighter weight, whereas AK-203 has an advantage of not deviating from basic AK design, maintaining the reliability and simplicity of the platform. The increased weight of AK-203 is one disadvantage, but this aids in a more controllable rifle design. AK-15 is also considered costlier than AK-203, because of which Indian Army has preferred AK-203 to equip its regular infantry and AK-15 for special forces.
This was today's update. Please let us know what is your views about these in comment section. Feel free to post your comments and suggestions about any topic related to defense sector on which you want to hear from us. With this, I would like to say goodbye and Jai Hind friends. Please like and subscribe our video if you have not done already. We will be soon back with more interesting and amazing development happening in defense sector.